Hi, welcome to AFTV News Daily with me, Cecil G, in Turkish. Wagwan G.
He's back.
Here comes the e-comments. Here we go. Let's just nip this in the bud quick. Obviously, a man called Eric.
I've heard. Bro.
Oh, you heard? Yeah.
I'm here. I've heard
Cool.
the latest news.
Alright, blessings, because obviously we're probably gonna get a lot of that. But let's get into the news. We're gonna try. Listen, no, let me talk on it real quick. Fuck it. Right. Obviously, the news can be a bit. Not even dreadful. Just Arsenal right now can be at times just a bit boring. I mean, it's just the news. We're linked to loads of players, but no massive signings. Yes, we've got some big news at the end of the show we're going to talk about. But sometimes man wants to make this fun. We're here every day.
I like talking about the same shit.
Come on, bruv. Like, we're here every day. Sometimes I make a mistake. We have some fun. We get cracking. Like, that's what it's about. I was just reading some comments from. I made that joke. Yes, it was a dead joke about man being a mains or whatever. But in the comments, some guy was like, I do read the comments. We all read comments saying, AFTV, you guys should sack this guy. He is so boring and cringy. Man, they're in their feelings. I made a little joke and people are asking me to be sacked, bruv. What's going on in your life, bro? Let me just at him real quick. Guys, on Instagram, yeah? His name is Jordan21.
Why are you bringing him on?
Sorry, I don't mean to just at people, yeah, it's not about that today, but I just had to say that, bro. I was like, get out your feelings, man. I had a little joke, they clipped up, the editor's done me. Boom, bit of joke. Anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna try and keep it positive. How are you actually, Turkish? Well, man, I ain't really seen you in a minute.
I'm great.
Please. Yeah?
I'm great, yeah.
Life good? Oh, bro, look at this.
Life's good. Yeah, I don't know what that's about still.
So there's tadpoles and dirt and fungus in my drink. AFTV, yo. Clean your dishes, man. Clean the cups. Come on, bro. I'm trying to.
I don't know what you got in that cup over there.
What's going on? I got Ozef. Ozef just says, super chat, Robbie, lock Turkish up to a long-term deal. Come on, I rate that.
My guy, love for the love, man.
Yeah, straight in. Right, let's start with the topics. Let's actually get into this because obviously it's what you're here for. You're here for the news, bit of fun as well, a bit of enjoyment. We're gonna start with quickly. Protests. I know you probably don't want to talk about this too much, but I want to know, are they still a thing for next season?
How can a man say, yeah? It's going to be a positive one today, and then he's sitting with me, and the first thing he says is, so, protests. After Emile Smith Rowe just said, I thought that was going to be
No, we'll get to that. The only reason why is because obviously I'm speaking with fans, and we did protest many last year, and I just want to know, in your opinion, like, are they still relevant? Are they still important? Should we still be doing them? Should we do them from the beginning? Should we be doing them on certain games? Are they relevant? Is it important to still do them and keep the pressure?
Protests are relevant, very important. You just got to be strategic about it as well. But it's not the only form of protest. Protest can be many different things in many different forms. So I'm assuming you mean the ones outside the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, them ones, they need to happen. Maybe not game one, but things need to happen from game one where it's like maybe walkouts, maybe demonstrations, maybe banners. Because at this moment in time, I don't think we should be that happy with the transfer window.
Okay, I agree. Right now,
yeah,
I agree with you there. So things should be put in place really for the start. Well, I think for the start of the season, personally. Don't know what, maybe walkouts, maybe. Process at the start outside the ground may not be as effective because people will still be going into the ground, and then it's just kind of a contradiction. Fans will still be there screaming, having new tops, singing along. You know what I mean? So maybe not the protest outside the ground. Maybe a walkout. I know from our side we're going to try and hopefully have something in place. Obviously, the All or Nothing documentary is going to be filmed. It's going to start filming. I think from next week or 2 weeks' time, it's going to start filming. So we're going to try and have protests somewhat set up to capture that sort of content. Quickly, little game. Scenario thing.
Into the game. First protest, now game. I
want to have fun today.
One end of the spectrum.
I want to have fun. Say if, now this is a big, obviously it's not going to happen probably, but say if, right, the Kroenkes, we sign Haaland, yeah? Now just imagine, right, just say if that happens, right, and then I don't know, we have a good start to the season, he's in the squad, he's firing. Do you think that the pressure will be off the Kroenkes? Like because I don't know how I would feel if man actually was like, do you know what? I'm throwing in big money. I don't know, 120 million or whatever for Haaland. He comes, starts bagging. Is the message still going to be? Listen, we need the Kroenkes out, regardless. Yeah, solid.
Yeah, because it just needs to happen. We'd probably give him a chance getting Maddison over the line this summer. let alone someone like Haaland.
Yeah, this is why I'm asking this question, because
So,
there's fans that are
that
like,
happens
Ben
regardless.
White, he is spending, they're spending, stop being so negative, blah, 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 blah. So I'm trying to think, like, imagine if Haaland could step through the door, little game, just play a scenario in your head and we start firing.
He's out of here, man, Kroenke.
Yeah,
He's
not
out of
happening?
here. No.
Regardless.
Everything for me, from where he's coming from, would be to lie in his own pockets more so than the best interest of the club. So even if he was to pull a massive signing out of the bag this summer, one is not enough. I'm not saying we need 7 massive signings. What I'm saying is you need to be shrewd and you need to bring bodies in, and bodies need to go. It's not in Kroenke's hands. What is in Kroenke's hands is Arteta, Edu and Vinay. The job on hand is in those men's hands, Arteta, Edu and Vinay. So we'll see. We'll see. 3 weeks left till the season starts, about 6 weeks left till the transfer window ends.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You know.
Right, next, we're going to talk about quickly Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's been linked. Well, 3 clubs have been interested in wanting to sign him: Leicester, Southampton, and Burnley.
Yeah.
I want to get your thoughts on. Do you think he should take up one of these offers, maybe to go back on loan or sign permanently for another club, or do you think we need him this season after his loan spell before?
I think Maitland-Niles, his time is up.
Right.
I think that he's had enough opportunity, not only to prove himself, maybe not in his ideal position, but to prove himself at Arsenal Football Club. It hasn't worked out for him, and it hasn't worked out for us. I probably blame us more than him, but that's not to say there's no blame on Ainsley Maitland-Niles throughout the years. I just feel like he just didn't take that opportunity.
So you don't think we should keep him in case for squad depth or anything? Because
Bro,
go on.
someone probably said to me last summer, don't you think we should keep him for squad depth, when I said we should sell him to Wolves? And then the season panned out the way the season panned out, and what did squad depth do for us?
Yeah, nothing.
You know, so
Okay, cool. No, it's interesting because could he be used? I just feel like, obviously we know Smith Rowe is going to be the new number 10 when he gets that towards the end, but like squad depth wise, our midfield is still looking quite bleak. Personally, I know he wants to play in the midfield. I know he's not. He can play full back as well.
Yeah.
But he could play again in the midfield where we're looking bleak, or in a full back position, because I don't think we're going to get right now a right back. I don't think we're going to get a right back or we've got to cover left back, but do you know what I mean? He could be used, but like you just said there, squad player. I mean, you said it last season. It's probably not worth it.
yeah, for me, listen, Ainsley could still be a good player somewhere else. I don't think he's going to move on to I know he's not going to move on to a top club.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Leicester, Southampton, and Burnley interested. Burnley obviously not. Southampton's probably not.
And
But
listen,
if he
Leicester
gets
at the
Leicester,
moment, you know, Leicester are flying high at the moment. So if that is a potential move for him, if that door is open for him, if I was him, I'd probably take it in the position he's in. And that's the best interest of him, his own career, and for Arsenal and our financial interests. So one way or another, I feel like we just need to get some sort of 10-15 mil for.
Yeah,
Ainsley.
I mean, that'd be a nice fee for him. To be fair, I'm gonna I don't know. Actually, I've got more news, but let's go on to. I don't know if you've got any comments there. I know have I missed any super chats?
Yeah, we have one here from Matthew, and he says, "I'm sick of everyone hating on Leno. He's been an outstanding keeper and has saved us countless times. He didn't have the best season last year, though." And I agree with everything Matthew just said there. Maybe not sick of everyone hating on Leno, but for me, Leno has been decent for us over the years. He had the poor season last year, but he has made massive saves. It's just that because the season pans out to achieve nothing, those saves haven't mattered.
And also, I said this as well during that season, like a lot of the mistakes he's the last line defence, but the players in front of him were terrible last season. So a lot of pressure relied on him to make key saves, which at times he did, but sometimes he didn't. But that's due to, I think, the players he had in front of him weren't doing their job as well. So I think he got misjudged last season as well. I hate what that guy's saying in the super chat. I think it's unfair that people are criticising him so much. It actually leads on perfectly. I know we've got another super chat, but it leads on perfectly to, I want to talk about Aaron Ramsdale. I don't know if you spoke about him yesterday, but obviously
He touched on him.
He touched on him.
Yeah.
Any positivity out of that news there?
How can there be? My bro?
Yeah, he's asking for 32. They're asking for 32 million.
This is all rumours, and
Yes, my people, we're back in. Apologies, the stream went down. KSC were trying to just take us out. They saw Turkish for the third day in a row, or second day in a row, and said, you know what, this ain't happening. The comments are undefeated. I was chatting for a long time. The stream went down.
I don't know when the thing went down.
I was just talking.
I don't even know what we was talking about.
I don't know where you got cut out from. I don't know if you cut out from the Leno section. I don't know, where was we?
It was Leno, innit?
Was it Leno, yeah? And I was talking about Ramsdale and you were talking about Leno. Yeah, all right, let's kick back in. Thank you for rejoining us. Apologies for that, people. Yeah, what did we was on Leno. I was talking about Ramsdale. I think he's been a bit
Leno's
cheeky.
got 2 years left on his contract now, so if he's not looking to sign a new contract and we're in a position where we need a keeper, maybe we need a first choice keeper or someone that can compete with him immediately for first choice. Because if he's not signing with 2 years left, then with a year left, power's in his hands, you're not going to get value for him, so you're going to be bent over. Yeah. So I feel like I can't understand the Ramsdale thing. Yeah. But I can understand us going for a keeper that's potentially first choice.
But then asking for 32 million after you've been offered 30 million and 32
to them
on top.
about Ramsdale. Ramsdale ain't even a keeper I'd want for 17 mil.
It's cheeky, you know.
I wouldn't even want him for 17 mil. Like, Anana was 7 to 10 mil apparently, yeah? Yeah. I don't know much about him, but, you know, worth a punt when you consider that he might fight Leno for that first team spot. Whereas with Ramsdale, we kind of know that he's never going to be that good to be our first choice keeper. 32 million. When I heard that was outrageous. I couldn't believe that. But like I said, I don't know if it cut out when I was talking about Leno. It's like he's been unfairly judged in the sense of last season that the team weren't performing very well. A lot of mistakes happened in front of him, and he's the last line of defence, which kind of left him with the most pressure to stop key goals. And in my opinion, he did make some key saves, but also he looks like the bad guy when one of the mistakes go in. So unfair for Leno. I think he's been a good keeper as well, like you said, since he's been here the past couple of seasons. Let's do a super chat. And so you got one saved there. And comments and then this one's from Andy. He put it in before the technical difficulties and whatnot. So big up Andy. He says Babs interviewed Wheatley before, and he said there will be no funds left after those 3 signings. So I assume he means Tavares, Lokonga and Ben White. And there are also rumours there's 150 million. Which one is it? If I believe in Wheatley, we are in trouble.
This is a tough one because I was told, listen, again, these are just, we get messages all the time. I'm sure you get messages all the time. Some reporter in America saying that there will be that war chest will definitely come, 150 million still to be spent by the end of next week. I'm hearing loads of signings are going to happen next week from this one guy, probably a fake source. But we don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're going to spend that money. It's very unlikely due to the past seasons that we've seen of Arsenal's windows. They've been terrible and no money normally gets spent. So I'm not getting my hopes up. And then on top of that, we're going to get into it later. The Emile Smith Rowe getting the number 10 shirt. We'll link to Maddison. I actually thought the Maddison deal was going to happen. My actual dream window was kind of like Basuma to come in, Maddison, Ben White. So then Ben White and Basuma have that kind of Brighton link up. They know they played with each other before. And then, like I said, Maddison in there, very techie, would be good in that cam position. Then I'd want a striker. And the biggest argument right now is who's in the market? Who can you get? What striker can you get? That is a good question. But for the style of play with those players being added, you'd want a fast striker. That's all I really was looking for. I know it was linked to Tammy Abraham. Is he quick? I mean, I don't think he's rapid, but I'm looking for like a speedster when it comes to going up front. And people are saying we don't need strikers. Why do we need strikers? But we can talk about that later. I think we need a striker. I don't know if you think we need a striker.
It's not a priority right now, but we do need one.
Yeah, after what I've seen so far in pre-season, and I know it's only pre-season, Cecil, relax, slow down. Bro, I'm worried. I'm still worried.
It's a big 6 months for Oba.
Yeah, it's a big 6 months for Oba. If he doesn't perform, who are we relying on? Balogun, who we don't know loads about. He seems quite bright, but in pre-season as well, he hasn't been sharp. And then Martinelli, yes, proven, happy with that. But Lacazette he's been told he's allowed to be sold basically in this window. If clubs come in for him, he might be sold. So I think we might need a striker. Like you said, they're not priority. I'd like another midfielder, maybe another 2. Yeah. We need a backup goalkeeper. It's not Ramsdale for 32 million.
Right back, attacking.
Yeah, exactly. We need a lot of stuff. Let's go to the comments for a little piece. I see some more super chats.
Super chat is saying everything went downhill as soon as they promoted Arteta from head coach to manager. Our transfer business is trash now that he is directly involved. Fair point. I think
he got a lot of signings over the line. I think that's quite harsh personally.
They tell us he got signings over the line, but it coincides with Raul leaving as well.
True.
So it could be either or. Maybe Raul was the one behind the good signings we made in 2019. And maybe, I feel like Listen, we as a fan base got fed up of Wenger being the manager, and we didn't have that head coach, director of football structure. We got pissed off with that, only for it to change back 2 years later to a manager that has only been a manager for 6 months. It's all a bit mad to me, some of the things that's happened. So I get his point there, because when you look at the time that kind of happened, Willian came in as well. Willian, if that typifies a transfer window, you know, Willian was your first signing going into it. Regardless if you end with Thomas Partey, look at the way the season panned out. You know, it's not shrewd enough. It wasn't good enough, and Arteta's got a big part to play in that. Edu's got a big part to play in that. But we all know who the biggest culprit is. Yeah,
fair. Quickly before you read them super chats, I was just touching on Tammy Abraham. Truthfully, on a loan deal, I actually wouldn't be angry at that. If Lacazette goes in this window, which has been put into speculation, Jude's saying that he's only got 1 year left of his contract, and he's saying if a bid comes in, he may be moved on. Would you be annoyed at seeing Tammy on loan? I think that's not bad business. He's a young. I think he's a hybrid of a striker.
If you do the other business, it's bad business if it's one of your main ones again. Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
We shouldn't be doing the business. We shouldn't even be we're like you said, we're more business advisors at the moment. The way we talk, like we're trying to figure out all this stuff.
I'd rather focus on players and what would, like, you know, just who can come in and help us and provide depth.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we need starting 11 players.
Yeah, and it's sad because my friends that support United and stuff got Jadon Sancho to look at, Varane and stuff, and they're getting excited with these big names, bro. Don't get me wrong, if Ben White comes in, I'm actually excited to see what he's about, because there's a lot of hype around him, and I think he will be a player for the future. But that's the only one I'm kind of looking forward to seeing. That's no offense to the young players that have come in, Lokonga and Tavares, but like you said, main starters.
Ben White is the most interesting signing of all, because he comes straight into the starting 11.
Right.
People can argue Lokonga might, and he might.
He might.
But I don't think he would be ready to come straight in. But who am I to say that? But Ben White definitely comes straight in.
Yeah.
And
are you intrigued by it? Are you intrigued to see?
You're always intrigued by a new signing who's coming into the starting 11. I'd rather have 3 players coming into the starting 11, because that's what we need. Three
new players straight in,
Of course we need 3 players.
We do. No, we do. That's just a big.
Lokonga shouldn't be coming straight into the midfield.
No.
We should have someone coming in that partners Partey, and then we should have a right back and a centre back, bare minimum, in the starting 11 this summer.
Okay.
So there's still a bit of business to do, but Ben White is the most interesting out of the new signings.
Okay, cool. Let's go to some of the comments that you've got here. I don't know if you got some. I don't know. Saw some super chats.
There we are.
Dipped out. Maybe not that.
Dan says, have to agree with Cecil here. A big striker, good in the air, would be good. I'm worried for Oba at the moment.
Ditto. So am I. And Oba's my guy, brother. Like, for what I've seen though, I'm just going off what I've seen so far. I believe he can turn it around next season. I know he's hungry for it, but bro, what I've seen, and pre-season for me at time was like, I was a seasonal player. I loved pre-season, bro. The sun's out, the grass is fresh, man. I want to kick ball, 2-touch fresh, keep it moving. Like, pre-season was the time you're supposed to be your sharpest. I know it's pre-season. That's when you're supposed to be. I always speak about pre-season. You get ready for pre-season, and I've been disappointed with what I've seen so far.
Like I said, Oba's got 6 big months ahead of him. Yeah. He needs to hit the ground running this season.
Facts.
I don't give a shit about pre-season performances. Just get the rust out of the way then. That is what pre-season's for.
I hear that, but when we play Tottenham and Chelsea, that's a big indicator. If we've got our main starting 11 on the pitch, like Tottenham won, I think 3-0 the other day in their pre-season game. Yeah, it may not mean nothing, but I'm watching that thinking they're winning, and they had senior players on the pitch.
Results don't matter. The results don't matter.
But for performances, are you not judging the play? Like, when we're sitting here watching it, how can we
judge a performance when half of the team is probably not going to be here at the start of the season? I don't give a shit about judging that performance.
That's interesting.
If half of the team not going to be there, that's what I'm going to be angry about. Not the performance of players that I don't expect to be here in a few weeks. What am I analysing them for?
I hear the players are not supposed to be here, but like, I'm looking at players that I know are going to be. So like the Oba missing them 3 chances for me.
Them chances were mad. Regardless of pre-season or not, you should be finishing 2 of those 3 chances. But like I said, the season starts in 3 weeks. We kick off the season away to Brentford, and then we've got 2 massive games. Oba needs to hit the ground running.
Okay.
Because the last big contract we handed out before Oba literally went in a similar fashion. A year and a half in, people started questioning whether it was the money, whether you know, the ambition and drive is still there with Mesut Ozil, and then a year and a half after that, we pretty much found the answer. With Aubameyang, it's been a year, but he has a lot of credit in the bank for what he's done for us.
Lot.
And the next 6 months mean he's halfway into that big contract we gave him. A contract that also holds our hands behind our back in negotiation sense with other players and clubs, because it's a massive contract. So if you're a year and a half in and you haven't performed and you've completely fell off the wagon and there is no sign of it coming back, then of course it's a big problem.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because you'd say you earned the right to have that contract, but is it bad business now when in a few months' time that might have been one of our biggest mistakes? And that might be the same with the Ozil situation as well, like paying him so much and not using him. I don't say Oba's going to turn into that, and that's like blasphemy right now, but that could be really bad business if he doesn't, like you said, hit the ground running early doors. It's a bit. We should be kind of worried.
Yeah, we should be worried, because we've already got enough problems on our hands, and we all thought that re-signing Aubameyang last season was that striker problem sorted. You know, our goal scoring problem sorted. Well, at the time it wasn't really a problem, because we've still got that goal scoring problem, because at that time he was the one scoring 80% of our goals. That was our problem. No one else was providing. Yeah. So we thought when we gave him that contract, we're going to still get those goals. We haven't got that. Yeah. So right now, a year into a 3 year, cool. But a year and a half into a 3 year is mad.
So this is why I'm saying about getting a striker, not priority. But again, if Aubameyang does not score goals, we're relying on him again. That is then we're doing the same formula as what we've done for the past 2 seasons. It's the same with Arteta working with the defence. He did that last season. We ended up 8th. If we don't attack the striking situation, if someone doesn't score like Aubameyang, we could end up in the same position because we're not getting enough goals. We're relying again on Lacazette and maybe Balogun to hopefully, and Martinelli to turn it on. But do you guys trust that? Do you think that's a fair enough something to put your faith in?
But the way I look at it is, for the striker position, we've at least got Oba, whether it works out or not. But when I look at the partner for Partey, I'm not happy with that. When I look at the right back, I'm not happy with that. Yeah. Obviously Ben White comes in at right centre back, and before him I wouldn't be happy with that either. But there's other positions where I don't want to go into the season with first Lokonga as Partey's partner, because I just feel that's unfair on him, and I feel like for his development it would be best for a more experienced one to come in. And then right back, that's more important than striker for me, because we have no one to test there. It's not like, okay, with Oba, we give him this season to see if he can pick it back up again. Yeah. In terms of right back, what do? We can't give it to Bellerin again. I know. We can't give it to Chambers.
I trust Cedric.
Cedric's all right. Cedric's the best of the 3. Yeah. But it's not like he's gonna do anything special. It's not like he's gonna provide that much of a threat down there.
No, I agree. He's not. He's got a good crossing ability, but he's not an massive attacking threat.
I want to keep Cedric as our backup.
So do I. I actually think he deserves to be starting when the season starts. Whether that will happen, probably not. Yeah. But that's that. I'm gonna move on, because actually you do your super chats. What we got?
Yeah.
Is there
not?
There's
one here. It says Leno needs a walking around the block with some real juice. Now you want to leave? Okay, go to Spain, get Emerson right back, a centre mid, and please no Nketiah.
Man said Leno needs a walk around the block with some real cheese. Man, you know, you walk around the block like, wow, let me talk to you.
Now you want to leave? Imagine.
No, you want to. Oh wow. Now he wants to leave. Bro, a lot of players need that walking around the block. If you're going to talk about Leno, that's that. I like that analogy. Go on.
Get the other ones out.
Oh, I can get the other super chats. Yeah. I know you spoke about this yesterday. Want to wish Ivan Gazzias speedy recovery after it's come out that he has been diagnosed with throat cancer. Come on, you Gunners. I know you spoke about that yesterday. Also sending my best wishes as well, because I wasn't here on the show yesterday as you and James. That killed me. Right, let me go into quickly. So we've got some news quickly. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce this. This isn't on the schedule, guys. So it's just a bit.
Don't show me it before you butcher it.
No, it's going to be. It's a Turkish country, isn't it? So David Luiz, his next destination, he could possibly be joining a Turkish club called Adana Demirspor.
What? Show me it. Adana. That's the city I'm from. Adana.
So.
Wait, when you go to Turkish restaurants, don't you see Adana kebab on the menu? Of course you do, bro.
Yeah,
you
but
see chicken shish, lamb shish. You see Adana.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about
so don't you wonder why it's called that? It's called that because it's from that city.
Oh right, educate. I didn't know that.
Man, you need some cultural lessons,
bro. I'm trying. So wait, the meat, what the?
You know the long.
Yeah.
That's Adana kebab because it comes from that city. The other two is chicken shish, lamb shish, and then you get
kofta as well. Though.
Kefta is another one as well, but Adana is kefta, innit?
Okay. See, I didn't know that. Okay, then
Demir sport. Demir in English means metal, and sport is sport. So.
Okay. Right, so guys, just so
there you go, people. Some people out there get a little lesson. It's cool.
I respect that. That's where David Luiz is linked to joining next. Join the side that Mario Balotelli plays for as well after leaving. After leaving the Gunners, after David Luiz leaving the Gunners, that is the club that he might be playing at next season.
Turkey are still in that mode of paying over the hill players big money to come over and try and raise the standard of the league, or maybe not the standard, but the eyes on it. I think that's where Turkish football right now is tripping up.
Serious?
Yeah. How the fuck are you signing Luiz? Let him go to America or China or something.
But why is that down to your?
Yeah, it's down to. Of course, I care more. Obviously.
Yeah, I know, I hear that. But is that personal bias that you? Yeah, like again, you care more because it's your country, or do you actually think like? So what you're saying, they should invest in just young talent and making maybe.
No, I just feel that they're all going bankrupt because of this.
Okay.
Paying over the hill players that have had it in Europe coming over to do something. It's like. Even down to Mesut Ozil to Fenerbahce.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But if I speak, I'll be in big trouble.
All right, let me speak to production quickly. So I just want you to just pop up a photo of the first. This is the game, so I need you to see the screen. Cool.
Man said this is the game. I thought the game was earlier. No, he said this is another.
This is the game. So if you pop up the first trim, anyone put up the first trim, I'll be able to see it anyway. So obviously, this is called trending trims, little section. New players getting for the new season, they got the new trims.
I said trending
Right.
trims.
So I want you to guess whose head it is. Pause. Right. So it should be up there now. Should come up on your screen. Who's that?
Man said, guess whose head it is.
Who's that? People in the comments let us know as well. Who's that? They got a new haircut. Back in. Hold tight HD cuts. Did the trim. Big up Shelly.
Oba.
Jeez, in one, yeah. Okay, Aubameyang. He's gone back to the Travis Scott. I'll show you the actual photos of his face earlier, but that was this week. People in the comments, someone said him titty. Tragic Scott. The comments are undefeated. No, I know people are saying, what the hell, what's going on? Listen, it's a new show, have a bit of fun in it. Nelson, Holding, definitely ain't Holding. We've seen his new season trim. So that's Aubameyang. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first one. Next, number 2, please, production, bring in the next photo of the new trending trims. New trimmer. Coming in now. It's going to pop up. Here we go. This one's quite difficult, I can't lie.
My guy's face is there, my bro.
Yeah, but some people might not know. Look how shy this is.
Yeah, but the fact that I don't recognise him that much means that it's Tavares, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Damn, I thought that'd be harder. Let me see if the comments
who else can this guy be?
The comments get straight away.
Unless it's under 18, so I don't know.
We can see his face. Okay, I made that way too easy. Alright, sorry guys, next one will be a bit harder. But yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
So what are you saying? What do I win? I don't get it.
Would you... Brothers, you can't win. Here.
Damn, I don't play games to win nothing, you know.
Here, my paper,
that black piece of paper. I'm good, man.
Nah, big up everyone in the comments. They got it quick, but they got the new trim as well. They're going for the Platts look.
Listen, next time have a goal at the end that I can, you can
win some money or something.
Yeah, man.
Right, cool.
So my man said some money. Come on, G, what?
But come on,
you say next news daily, me and Ceci's got a game from you, £100.
I know, but then everyone in the comments, I feel they're getting the questions right as well. You might look in the comments and cheat. No, I don't know.
Bro, you saw me. The screen's up. The chat's not even there.
You guessed it right. All right, cool. Allow me. But anyway, new trims for the season. Check them out. I mean, for some players, it's a big deal having a fresh haircut for the start of the season. I know Sterling redone his hair from the China bumps thing to the basically the 0.5, and he said that was what changed it for him. So big up to them, Tavares and Aubameyang with their new haircuts. Right, going forward now, started going to the big final kind of news. We'll take some comments towards the end of the show as well. But we've got two big endings, two big ending topics. So it's a Madders trying to sign Madders. That's the next topic. Okay, so Maddison, everyone. I wanted Maddison.
We got to start with Emile though.
Yeah, but it leads into.
It's the other way is better.
Do you think?
Yeah, because even this guy's here, super chat with Smith Rowe, and
number 10.
the first thing I'm going to say to you when we're talking about Maddison is, well, I don't think we're going to get him because we just gave Smith Rowe number 10.
That's true, but that was news today saying that
let's
he's still
do it your
available.
way.
No,
Either way, we're going to talk about both.
We're going to talk about both.
anyway,
It's
so.
yeah, cool. Sorry, people. Just get. All right, quickly. So I'm just going to read some news that I've taken from Football London, just to quickly update and football. I'll just go through this news quickly and we'll make a decision about it. So James Maddison is said to be Arsenal's top target this summer. Top target. This came out today, by the way. This isn't old news. It's come out today. So top target first thing. I want you guys to bang that in. Gunners reported to be increasing in confidence. They're getting encouraging signs that something could be done with James Maddison, journalist Peter says from Football Terrace. It seems Arsenal are ready to offer a couple of fringe players as well as a substantial fee. For Maddison, I think Maddison has come around to the idea of moving from Leicester to Arsenal. As things stand, it's repeated, Maddison is their top target. This came out today. I'm going to have some more news here. Respected Arsenal Twitter account, the AFC Bell. James loves the AFC Bell. Which has been correct with previous transfer tip-offs. Says Gunners boss Mikel Arteta has made signings that Leicester playmaker is a priority this summer. It was revealed to the Arsenal Bell that one of the A players the club has been in contact with in recent months is James Maddison. Yeah, they're basically just saying informed the list of prime target right now is James Maddison. This came out today. We're going to talk about, is that true? Because obviously Emile Smith Rowe has just got the number 10 shirt.
Yeah.
And we know that Arsenal will probably use that as a bargaining power to get Maddison in to say, listen, if you come, you can double your fee or double your salary, and we can give you the number 10 shirt. That's probably what they'll do. I know clubs do that anyway. They do that to try to get over the line with players. Now, do you think Maddison is still an option? Do you think he can still join Arsenal? I asked you this because he's reported and said, I'm happy to be number 8. Or he sees himself more as a number 8 than a 10 anyway. So
the number isn't going to be a decisive factor. Like if someone's offering me 200 bags a week, I don't care if I'm number 110 or 67. I don't care what you give me. I'm on P's. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Even though Leicester have been doing better than Arsenal, it's still a step up in a commercial sense. You know, so it's those tangibles that really matter if we are in for Maddison. Number 8 and number 11 are still good numbers.
It's facts.
But if I'm looking at it from the club's perspective, if we're giving Emile Smith Rowe number 10, then that indicates to me that we're not going to sign Maddison. Something just tells me that that's the case. Yeah,
but he's saying he's wanting to leave. This is reports. I don't know if this is actually his words saying he's wanting to leave Leicester and does want to sign for Arsenal. I do know from interviews that I've watched with him that he wants to prove himself. I know, and you remember we spoke to a fan saying like Jack Grealish got a lot of headlines this year with the fan bases around the world about how amazing he is, and Maddison. I think he believes he's that sort of player, if not maybe better. So he wants that recognition. He thinks going to Arsenal will help him get that recognition. So I actually believe it's still a possibility. I wouldn't be angry at seeing him signing on for us as well.
I wouldn't be angry with Maddison. Come on, you can't be angry with Maddison.
Yeah, I think he's a techie
I'll
player.
take Maddison all day.
Yeah?
All day.
How much would they report him to sign him on
If
for?
it's 50 to 60, that's fine.
60 million I heard, isn't it? You think that's fine, yeah?
If we're spending 50 on Ben White, of course it's fine.
I never first should have put two
Of
and
course
two
it's
together.
fine. Like, I'll take that in a heartbeat. It's just the way I've seen the club move over the last few years, and yes, it's the pessimistic me coming out again, but they very rarely prove me wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna, jump at this and bite at this and say, yeah, Maddison's coming or we're interested in Maddison. It might all be, smokes and mirrors again. Because it has been in the past with other names.
It has.
Like I said yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if this lasts another week or two. We start the season poorly and Aouar comes in. Like, that just seems more like something Arsenal and Kroenke will do.
Would that annoy you?
Of course it will annoy you.
Piss me off.
Like, it should annoy everyone.
Yeah, word.
It should annoy everyone, but that's just what I'm used to with this club.
I hear that. Well, let's...
I'm officially rogue here.
Go
Says
on.
Smith Rowe has the number 10 shirt. Does that mean we aren't going for Maddison and going for an Emile backup creative midfielder? Maybe Aouar. Well, that's what we kind of just discussed there. It's interesting to me because we went for Buendia. So when we went for Buendia, what was in our minds then? Because we highlighted we still want that mould. Regardless, I don't think then going for Buendia meant that we're gonna allow Emile Smith to grow. I think we always wanted Emile Smith to stay. But Buendia was a target.
Yeah.
So surely that means we're interested in another attacking mid. because obviously then Maddison was built on top of that. But we've also been interested in Aouar, Neves, Locatelli, more deep line. Well, in Aouar it's deep line, but more creative in a sense.
Yeah, creative. Yeah, many other players.
We've been linked
to
so many players.
Yeah.
Like every summer, so many players, and then we end up with maybe one we won out of the 4 we're linked to.
Yep.
And then a couple duds. So that's kind of how I see this one going now.
So you think Maddison's probably off the cards? It's unlikely it's going to happen. Is that what you're saying?
It's for me, yeah.
It's going to hurt a lot of fans.
And that's not because I feel Maddison would be put off. Maddison would love to come at 8, 11 or 10. But I feel like the club are indicating with number 10 to Emile Smith Rowe that is the choice. Because if Maddison was to come in, that's a massive signing. Yeah,
it's a big signing.
Yeah. Regardless of how much we're in awe of Emile Smith right now and how much we want him to develop and be as good, if not better than Maddison.
I think he'll fit the system as well. I think it will. Sorry, Karen, but I think
Maddison getting a 10 shirt would have been massive commercially, and we know how much Arsenal love commercial ventures and finances and PR stunts and all that. So that, to me, if Maddison was coming in and this club, like they always think financially, it would have been him getting the 10, launch 10, Maddison, new signing, 60 mil. Maybe you break our transfer record, maybe it's above 72 mil. It's amazing. Bro. It's sold to you as young English player number 10, 70 mil, next best thing since sliced bread. The 8 and the 11 doesn't have that commercial appeal as much as the 10 does. So I just feel like if they had any mind to be buying Maddison, they would have given 8 to Emile Smith Rowe for now. Because Emile Smith Rowe is still young, he's still young, he's still going to be here. You know, Maddison's got how many years on him? How old was Maddison? 23, 24?
Yeah, I think it's 23.
Oh, he's a few years on him. But I just feel like it's done now with the Emile Smith Rowe, and he's just done. And I'm not saying attacking mid was my priority going into this summer.
It was
because central mid is definitely the priority. We need 3 bodies in the middle, ideally. 3. Okay. The Congas come in. Really, we need.
So what? 3 DMs or 3 just midfielders?
A mix. 1 DM, maybe 1 CM, maybe a deep line playmaker.
Yeah.
A mix, like 1 or 2 different types, so we can have different combinations, different pivots, different options.
So if we got Maddison, you'd still want more signings on top of that.
Of course.
I know everyone. I know it's a simple question.
Yeah, because right back and central mid is the 2 priorities are still not sorted.
Okay. All right, let's move on to some positive news. The Emile Smith Rowe obviously signing a 5-year deal. And obviously taking the number 10 shirt, massive. I know. Actually, before we move on, I don't know if there's anything you want to read out. Any super chats?
Yeah, Shiram says love seeing our Hayland boys coming through. Bukayo and Emile Smith Rowe are the foundation for us to get back. Also, Cecil, please check LinkedIn. Thanks.
Okay, I'll check my LinkedIn. Big up.
You're saying getting business offers or something?
I listen. I use LinkedIn, but allow everyone comments flooding my LinkedIn. But yeah, big up. I checked that. He's right though about the youngsters. I think. Do you know what? In the All or Nothing documentary, that is going to be. They're gonna really hone in on that. Yeah. The youngsters, Saka being 7, Emile Smith Rowe being 10 now. Like they're gonna really talk about homegrown talent. I think that is going to be a big factor in that documentary, so look out for that. And so it should, to be fair, because at the end of the day, our club is thriving off young talent. I think you did a stream earlier and you were just saying like that's what we're relying on really, like Martinelli, the Smith Rowes, the Sakas, and that is good business, like you've said before. For Arsenal, that's actually the only good business they're doing.
The last 12 months we've renewed Martinelli, Emile Smith Rowe, Balogun and Saka.
And we're hearing Kieran Tierney's on the brink of signing his new...
Tierney signed as well.
Oh, signed his new deal as well. Okay, so there you go. So
our 5 youngest, brightest talents, if you include Tierney in young.
Yeah.
I would, early 20s still. Mid, whatever. I think that's definitely a positive. Definitely a positive, 100%.
Yeah.
I could say, but if we don't do this, and if we don't do this, but I'm just going to say it's a positive because
you don't want to talk you don't talk about
some people are fragile.
And you don't talk about them being assets and all that and doing business. Yeah, okay, fair. That okay. Let's go to Emile Smith Rowe and obviously sign his new deal. I'm just going to quickly just speak about the technical director Edu and what he said about it. I want to get your thoughts. Prepare yourself. So Edu says this is another important step forward for us, and we're all delighted that Emile has signed a new long-term contract. It's great to see another young player develop through our academy system to become a key part of our first team. Emile is a player who represents the future of the club, and this is why we have given him the number 10 shirt. We have trust in Emile, and we know he has the potential to be a beautiful player for many years to come.
Man said a beautiful player, you know. What kind of wording is that? Great player or something. Say something like that.
Yeah, it's a bit odd there. Obviously, he represents the future of the club. This is why we've given him the number 10 shirt. I want to hone in on that a little bit as well. So, I know. Do you think it was their plan all along? I think you kind of knocked it down when you said like we went for Buendia, we went for a load of creative players. Do you think they would have taken the shirt if they were signed on, or do you think no? Do you know what, Smith Rowe was kind of in their plans from the jump to take that shirt? I know for you shirts don't really mean loads to you, but I just want to know.
The shirt number's used as
it's a bargain
tactic.
Yeah, I think it's a bargaining tool
for signings and contracts. At the end of the day, it is what it is. What can I say? He's our number 10 now. I like Emile Smith Rowe. He's one of the few players I want to, see here in the next 5 years, develop, move forward, and kick on, and hopefully turn the corner with us. So I'm going to get behind him fully.
And
but like I said,
100%.
If I'm completely judging the club on this and not Emile Smith Rowe, then I feel like they shouldn't have given the number 10. But it's like I said, it is what it is. It's done.
What should they have done? Just held the number 10 until the rightful fit. Then maybe give Emile Smith Rowe one more season.
Emile Smith Rowe's still young. He can still grow into the 10 in 2, 3, 4 years.
It's interesting. He might be sold in 2, 3, 4. Well,
part of me also remembers Wilshere. I loved Wilshere. I watched him from young. Like I loved Wilshere. When he got the 10, I was kind of like, oof. Even though I love you, like it hasn't kind of gone your way recently. Maybe this ain't good for you right now. And in the end, I'm not saying it's the shirt number that done it, because it's obviously injuries, but it didn't work out well. And I just remember that as well. Emile Smith Rowe, obviously someone could take that shirt on and just kick on and move forward and become an icon. But with Wilshere, it didn't work out, and that's just in the back of my mind. So hopefully, we'll see.
I think it's a big deal. Number 10 is a big deal, especially nowadays, especially to the younger generation. People playing, I play 10 dog, or I play in the 10 role. I want to wear the number 10 shirt. I see man grabbing the 10 shirt in matches on the weekend. Like they're dying to hold it. So it's a big deal, and it comes with I think unconscious pressure, which I hope Smith Rowe can handle, but it comes with this is number 10's a big number. Obviously, Ozil was the last one with that number. It's quite a lot of pressure. You got to come with, you got to be a technical player. I think Smith Rowe has that in his locker. But yeah, 10's a lot of pressure. I hope he does live up to, which I believe he will.
So do I, because if he does live up to it, that'd be cold.
That'd be amazing.
From 20 years old, let's say late 20s and so on. And he's number 10 and he kicks on and he's amazing, and that would be perfect for us fans, for the club, for everyone. Yeah. So hopefully that is the case. Yeah. But like I said, from the club's perspective, I feel like it's a bit of the same old in the way they're doing things.
Okay, cool. Right, well, that we're coming towards the end. We've got comments to take because there's still a bit of time. I don't know if there's anything else you want to touch on as well, but before you do that, let me just take some comments. So I saw one here. KOD acts as nobody in AFTV except for James has the right to celebrate when Ben White does well at Arsenal. Why is that? Yo, Ben White, we wouldn't. I don't know what. I ain't got the energy to do it.
People can't separate. Like people, when I'll say something like, "Why the fuck are we going for Ben White?" People all of a sudden says, someone will go that you might just go to school and be like, Turkish don't like Ben White. Yeah. Hold on, I didn't say I don't like Ben White. I said, why the fuck is this club
should be going
for Ben White for 50 mil when we've still got Saliba and we all thought he's going to be the one to take on? But people can't differentiate that. That's not me dissing the player. No, that's me being upset about the situation we found ourselves in regarding a certain player.
Agreed.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
With Ben White, I've consistently said I don't know much about him. If I've ever seen Brighton over the last season, it's because I look out for Basuma and Lamptey. I didn't really look out for Ben White in terms of defensively.
Dunk was there. I agree.
Dunk was their leader and whatever else.
Yeah, I agree as well.
So with Ben White, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Yeah. But when fans get ratty about it like that, like no one can celebrate him because. Well, okay, let's say the opposite happens and he doesn't work out well. What does that mean for this guy? Well, what should he do then? Yeah. I don't get it.
Word. Just 2 seconds ago in the show, we was talking about how intrigued and excited we are to see him play, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on him. But yeah, man, people, chill out, man. We just didn't think he was priority. That's all. But I'm excited to see Ben White, and I've done that thing where I think it's kind of, for me, it's kind of wet. But I done it. I went on his page and was like, I can't wait for you to sign, blah blah. On his Instagram, bro, we want to see the club. I think people always forget. We want to see the club succeed and be the best it can be. This is the club we love. I don't know what's going on about only James can celebrate what he does, but what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. And if you want Ben White to be a success at this club, then you need this club to buy another central midfielder. You need this club to buy another right back. You need this club to fix the holes that are leaking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not going to have a successful career at Arsenal, because there's so many holes leaking that you plug 3 of the 7, there's still 4 just there. I mentioned this on my stream earlier, because that's the reality. In the best interest of Ben White, if you're a fan or if you're not a fan, put pressure on the club. In the best interest of Arteta, or if you're Arteta in or Arteta out, you put pressure on the owner, and that goes for everything at the club. Whether you're positive or negative, even if you're positive, you can put pressure on the owner to provide. That doesn't make something negative.
Yeah, agreed. All right, comments.
Dane here says, if we sign Maddison, he will be our Grealish on the right wing, Emile Smith Rowe in the attacking mid, and Pepe Saka on the right. Well, I think he meant left wing.
But, yeah, okay.
To be honest, if we sign Maddison, I think Emile Smith Rowe would probably... Actually, I don't know. Ober up top, Lokonga and Partey in DM. Yeah, it starts looking healthier with Maddison there. But, you know, if we don't fix central midfield, that Lokonga
doesn't seem...
Yeah, we need to see what he's about.
Yeah.
We've got another one here as well. Let me just find Andy again. He said, if we get Maddison, I can see the club not getting a central midfielder. Just get I don't know how to say that name.
Yeah,
and
Sabitzer. I like Sabitzer. I've been a fan of Sabitzer and Renato Sanchez.
And he's got a year left, so I know what Andy's talking about, because you can get him for like 15 to 17 mil, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dane corrected himself, said Maddison on the left wing would be our Grealish.
Yeah, agreed. I wouldn't mind seeing Sabitzer, or like I said, Renato Sanchez. They're both players I've liked for a while. And quickly, I saw someone put Leon Bailey. We're linked to him every window.
Is he close to someone else?
Yeah, he's close to signing somewhere else. Sorry, I did read this yesterday. Yeah, Villa, 30 million. Yeah, 30 million. Maybe to Villa. See, Villa.
They're lining
Villa
up
going.
Yeah, exit, I think that's what they're doing.
Villa going on for. They're going about their business. They're going about their business for real.
They are, but they're going to sell Grealish.
Yeah. I wanted to quickly talk about when I started with the protests, saying are they relevant and whatnot, and should we continue them? The reason why I spoke about that is because I was looking at obviously we're not being in Europe this season, so the Kroenke's pockets are affected. Super League going down, Kroenke's pockets have been affected. Also, I know it's minor, but the American tour, that would have made a lot of money for Arsenal, going over there. They normally do events when they go do their pre-season tour. They normally unveil the kits. I know they've done it already, but they normally do that abroad as well. And yeah, there'll be a lot of money that would have been turned over on their pre-season tours, which that normally happens. So again, that going down due to COVID, I think will affect their pockets as well. So I just want to keep the message strong, keep pressure on them, because I actually believe there's a deep belief that they will sell. They will sell this club. I think Daniel Ek, I know he's not going to give up, especially speaking with Robbie, he's definitely going to give up trying to buy the club. And I just think just keep the pressure up as much as possible, because
this comment comes in right at the right time from Mahesh.
Go on.
Because it kind of embodies what a lot of fans are feeling. Not all fans, a lot of fans. Our club has now reached a saturation level that I'm not bothered who we sign. However expensive they are, I don't care. I'm not excited if they think I will be. An above average season is what I hope for.
Do you know what? That sums up kind of how man feels as well. I'm going to be honest.
You've had enough, and it's just
it is what it is.
Left is a bit of hope that maybe, just maybe, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and a season could all of a sudden turn out well, like a Blackburn or a Leicester. Imagine that's what I take from that.
He's on a flex where it's like. He's on the flex where, do you know what? I don't care who signs. When the season starts, we'll see what happens. Yeah? If you start doing well, I'll pay back. I'll jump back in and see what's going on.
This is a mad one still, but Aaron says the Kroenkes could bring back my dead grandfather, and I still wouldn't forgive them for what they've done.
Ross. Aaron, sorry to hear about your grandfather.
To some of us fans, what Kroenke's done is fucked. Because to some fans as well, Arsenal is a family tradition and it's been passed down. To some, it's people's escape. To others, it's people's main talking points. To some, it's everything. To some fans, I know it means everything. And during pre-season and stuff, they're a bit bewildered without it. So I understand that some fans can feel that way. They, like what's happened to the club is fucked. So I can understand that. It's strong words, but I can understand it.
I know your passion towards Kroenkes and how much you want him out. I'm sure you want the same thing. I just couldn't take. I think I saw some last comments just saying before we wrap up. Yeah, again, Super Hay says, why are we not going for Basuma? Such a no-brainer. I don't know why it just fell quiet. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it was kind of us drumming up the news for it. We're the ones that were like there was his agent had an Arsenal top on the edge of a bed, and like fans jumped on that. I was like, he's coming, like he's dropping hints. That's just us, innit, getting excited. But I found basically like that, and I respect it personally. Like, I respect it. I'm going to be honest, because I think we are one of the best fan bases in the world. We follow planes and all that, and chat players. I know you don't. You don't love all that. Opposite, yeah. No, I rate that, man. They're diehards, man, and I respect it.
It's what it is. You know, you agree to disagree on things, and that's one of them. That's one of them. All that nonsense to me is just part of the problem. Part of the problem. That's what the journalists and in-the-knows play on. The fact that Arsenal fans will just run away with a little rumour and, make a mountain out of a molehill.
Got some AFTV ultras in the comments talking about negative and don't know what we're doing. Yeah, all that rubbish. 2 super chats just popped up though. Don't know if you just saw them.
Yeah, sorry. We've got a couple of them. Here. Francis says, guys, after Emile being the number 10, we won't sign a Maddison because he would want the number 10. So I don't think that's the decisive factor.
Yeah, nor do I. He has said. I told you, Maddison did. He said as well. He doesn't mind being. He sees himself more as an 8 role anyway. He doesn't. I don't think he's too fussed about the 10. Yes, it would be a bonus, but I don't think it's a.
Especially if you've ruffled feathers already at your club, you're not going to be able to mend those feathers or mend the wounds because all of a sudden the club that you wanted to go to have decided to give the number 10 to someone else. You think Leicester are going to give a shit? Like, they're going to be like, so what? That's nothing to do with us. You better still go over there if you want to go over there.
Word.
And Mark here says ESR 10 is only a move for the club to sell shirts.
Yeah. It's controversial.
Someone said yep from behind the
It's controversial. It does. It definitely has some weight to it. 100%. Because it's a Helen boy.
Someone messaged me on Twitter. I'll show you right now, just so you know.
Go on.
Just so you see it, yeah. Don't say the name or nothing, yeah. But just read that message, and it came in at 4:09. Read that out.
Oh, read it out.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah. Alright, cool. I'm really sorry, bro, but I bought the Emile Smith Rowe 10 jersey. Lol, couldn't resist. Fuck it.
That's just someone that I don't know.
Why are you apologising to you though? Like,
no, I get. Like,
I know you're strong on the shirts.
How he feels.
Do what you need to do. I
can understand how he feels. That guy's young, innit? So I can understand that he can get drawn out and all of that. I can under discipline.
Yeah, man.
It's a difficult thing.
A lot of people probably relate to him.
But that's an example of what this announcement does.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know, bang, Emile Smith Rowe 10, cool. Some more shirts sold. The little spike.
Yeah, mad. That's crazy. That happened today. Yeah, he messaged you that today.
What? 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. If you're watching, big up you. I don't want to say your name so people know who it is, but big up you, man.
Nah, man.
It is what it is.
Do your thing. I mean, it is a ploy to sell shirts as well. But do you know what? Let's not take away from how much of an achievement it is as well. Listen, getting a number 10 shirt at Arsenal after the players that have worn that shirt. Big up Emile Smith Rowe. Positive light on the side of it. Listen, respect to him, bro. Fair enough. And yeah, people, I think we're gonna have to just end it on that.
Yeah, might as well.
Happy with that.
End it on a positive.
So success was achieved. 2-5. Turkish looking unimpressed.
Listen, I'm impressed with the Emile Smith Rowe contract.
Yeah.
The contract.
It's good business.
It's good business. I like it. Well done, Emile. I want to see you grow, develop here at this club. I want you to be a success. Let's leave it at that.
Cool. Thank you everyone for watching. Big up. Love for the love, as you say. I like that. Love for the love. We'll see you next time. We'll be back again tomorrow. Come and join us tomorrow, actually. I think it's just me. So be kind, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good evening. Peace.